Good morning, traders. This is my morning brief. Okay. So, bottom line is we're into quarter, 2 trading days left. Personally, on the ESs, I think they've got markets right where they want them for the most part to close out the quarter. So, we got 2 days left, and they managed to take us right up into quarter pivots. Now, remember your quarter pivots. Uh, they are derived from the fourth quarter, price action. So so we are in the first quarter pivot. So we are equilibrium for January, February, March. And here we are closing out March. So basically, they managed to bring prices all the way back up into equilibrium on inventory to finish the month right here. So that's all about those big corporate bonuses to finish the quarter. So I think they're probably going to we might digest here for the next 2 days. That is one scenario. Okay. Um, on these markets. So just keep a close eye on that one real quick here. Also, on my Monsters Attack, these are the biggest of the big stocks out there. I do want to point out on my entire watch list early on this morning, there is only one stock that's bullish, that's positive today, and that's your ExxonMobil on the biggest of the biggest stocks. Everything is red for the most part, flat to red, uh, except for that one stock. So I do want to put that. And then if you also look at your TikTok, these are really your most important stocks. That's the wrong one. Sorry. Uh, these are your most important stocks. If you notice, they're all red. So basically, that on a daily time frame, in general, you should be, in theory, net short. At the open with what we're seeing right here, because everything's red on the on. You should not be uh, you know overly pushing the long side in theory based on that charting methodology. Okay. Okay, slash NQ. We got our NQs real quick here. So bottom line is fourth quarter pivot. So we are, this was built out in third quarter. So we are above that on our NQs. We're above the 61.8 on our channel. Okay. So this is, in my opinion, a bullish continuation pattern. I was talking to some guys in the trading groups yesterday and stuff. This lends to me like, you see this here is a weekly pivot up here. You know, uh, you know, uh, so, I would think we would want to start targeting this to close the month out. So that would put us close to 15,600 possibly. But I don't know. I don't know. Bottom line is where we are right here. It could be a bear trap, you know. But because as long as we hold above this 14,940, as long as we hold above that, things don't look too bad for tech. So I do want to, keep that in the back of your minds. I don't know which way I'm going to trade today, so I just want to float that going forward here. Okay. Ready. Russell. So bottom line is, this was our breakdown point. So we broke down out of this trading range. So we did go back into that uh, higher trading area yesterday on the Russell. So this is the one I think is the most important for us to watch today and see if they want to close the Russell up here, back testing the 2165. Uh, See if they want to come back up here and back test that to close out the quarter. So I really want to keep a really close eye on the Russell. I think it's very important today. I think it's even more telling than what you're going to actually see out of the Nasdaq. So just keep that in mind here. And then overnight here, we had Micron reporting. They're up this morning. Had fairly good numbers here. So we are back into first quarter equilibrium here on Micron after those numbers came out. So we are on the quarterly pivot for first quarter. It's, so we're quite, like I said, on a quarterly equilibrium. It's not necessary. We're opening after the earnings came out right in equilibrium here on Micron. Uh, you know, uh, uh, a lot of times by doing just that, that is probably they're going to sell the pop. And so keep that in the back of your mind going forward here. Lulu was the best one overnight. Had a blowout quarter. Great. This quarter has been really exacerbated to the downside. So this is one of the stocks because we are so far away from our quarter pivot. I don't know what's going to happen today in today's session, but I'd be watching this to hold the tick, hold the gain, if not go higher. So bottom line is your swing high here. The bottom of this up here, that'd be 401 area. Um, that would be your main test for Lululemon today, in my opinion. So let's just keep an eye on that one. Like I said, the option premiums are really expensive, so I'm not going to be trading or anything like that. But I do want to mention. And then Chewy, that's one of your dog food companies, got decimated on their earnings. And you think about it and everything, if inflationary pressures, higher costs are hitting everybody across the country and across the world, uh, there are areas in people's budgets that they have to find ways to cut spending. And one of those primary ways is to buy cheaper dog food and products for their animals, their pets and animals. And instead of going to a Chewy, maybe they go to a Walmart or somewhere like that and buy lower cost dog foods and stuff like that for their pets. And so Chewy really got hit here. Uh, so that's why, yeah, Chewy's great, but you're paying a premium for that service. And so it's not like they're an Amazon. They do have higher. You're paying a premium for that service. And like I said, that is a highly discretionary. In my opinion, that is Chewy is one of those companies where it's right on the edge of discretionary spending to the bully, to where people's got plenty of cash, and the price is going to continue to go up as long as people have plenty of excess cash. And Chewy is, in my opinion, a pretty good gauge of what's going on in people's pocketbooks. That money's starting to get tight, so be aware of that. Okay, one of your social stocks right now is at AMC. It's been hot all week long. I'm thinking here 31.35, closing the quarter, 2 days to go here. So just keep an eye out here on AMC. Probably going to try to close around the 31.35, close the quarter out in that price range. So I don't know. I could be wrong, but I do definitely want to keep that one on watch here going forward. Okay, guys, this is a really good resource if you're trading. If you want to see what's happening in going on here, it's this European-based financial network. It's Financial Juice. Okay, so bottom line is here, less than 2 minutes here, we have German CPI coming out, Consumer Price Index. Okay, and these are preliminary numbers. So what's happening with the whole energy and everything happening over in Ukraine, it's having a major impact on the European economy. Germany is the most important one in the European economy. So anytime you see preliminary in any type of data, this tends to be market moving news. So be aware of that. And so this is going to give us a really good gauge on what's going on in Europe. And bottom line is, a lot of pundits are talking about stagflation in Europe because of how massive energy expenses have went through the roof in the European sector. So whatever happens here in the States, the impact from what Ukraine's going on, it's 10 times worse in Europe. So not looking to be, in my opinion, overly bullish the markets when this data comes out. So, I'm leaning more to the bearish side because all of this European data is coming out today. Okay. So also later today, we do have a Fed Barkin. He's coming out, so he's going to be talking up interest rates at 9:15 this morning. And then we have crude inventories coming out a little bit later. And crude inventories, we're probably going to get a build today because many of the refineries are on their retooling shutdown periods right now across the country. Because remember, they cross over to summer fuels, summer distillates. And so what we're probably going to see is a drawdown on gasoline and distillates, okay, and gasoline and distillates, and then we're going to see a possible build in the actual crude oil itself. So be aware of that. Kind of leaning to think that we might actually see crude oil back at $100 or below before the week's out. So Keep that in the back of your mind as far as crude goes. But the distillates are a whole different story. And I do want to also point out in California, some of the diesel for semis and stuff like that, $7 a gallon right now in Europe. Okay, and look at this preliminary. Look at the HIPP. So right here, CPI, right here, guys, 7.3. The forecast is 6.2. So consumer price index just completely blew out. Prices are a lot higher than what even the forecast was going on here in Germany. So that is quite not the for as far as discretionary stocks go. This is not a good sign. Okay, and then also if I go down further here, I do want to point out also we do have some critical manufacturing data coming out of Japan. Uh, uh, so we have output numbers coming out of Japan later tonight, and we also have Chinese PMI, Purchasing Managers Index. So we're going to see how forward orders are coming into China and their businesses in the overnight session tonight. Very important overnight session we're going into tonight. And so personally, I am thinking the PMIs might be coming in light. So be it because what was going on with Apple cutting production by 20%. So we might be seeing some PMI numbers on the lighter side happening here in China. So be aware of that going forward. And one final note in the news today. Overnight, we have an announcement. It happened. It took them 6 days to find it. That one of the biggest crypto thefts in history, the biggest crypto theft in history, $6 billion or something like that on one of the crypto changes. So this falls right back into the safety and the safety and reliability of the whole crypto industry. In my opinion, this could have a significant tailwind, negative tailwind here for anything related to Bitcoin today. So keep that in the back of your mind. If you cannot, if you go to bed thinking you got hundreds of thousands of dollars of crypto and you come in the next day and it's gone, how viable of an instrument is that? So, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm saying there is the possibility whenever you hear news like that it could rattle big time the crypto industry. So keep that in mind. I've been looking at, look at your coin, look at your MARA. All of these are probably going to get hit today. MARA. Just keep these in mind. I do not see any way that these things are going to be bullish today, given the relevance of that news. And then coin, IN, all of these things, they've had a really good run here lately. So just keep these things on watch here going into today's session. You never want to hear breaking news of that scenario. Okay. So guys, please like my video. Please leave comments below. I nailed yesterday's video. I'm really impressed with it. And on YouTube, you can leave comments below and stuff like that. And please retweet it on Twitter so I can, get these videos out there. Don't have too many people watching them here lately. So, okay, I will see you guys in the trading rooms.